Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to part 2 of Saphira's tutorial. In this portion of the tutorial we will be working on her wings. Okay, I will be doing one wing with you and then you will have to go back and repeat to make the second wing. However, you will not need to mirror anything, so you can make both wings exactly the same and then just flip the second one when we attach them to the body. Okay, so this is what we're going to be making. I have already made one. Very elaborate wing. I absolutely love it though. I made some improvements. It's kind of similar to Smog's wing, but it looks a lot neater. I use several techniques to do this wing. We are going to be doing a 2-loom wing, but it is 12 rows thick, or 12 columns thick, so we will be using the mural technique. Okay. Rob of Justin's Toys actually thought of this technique first, and I'll explain that when we get there. I actually kind of thought of it as I was working on the design, but I'm going to give him the credit for coming up with it first. So thanks, Rob. Even though I haven't even watched any videos of his, but he came up with it first, so I just don't want to not give him credit for that. Okay, so the wing is tough. And it takes a lot of time, but it's going to look absolutely beautiful. Okay? So first, we're going to start by making the tip portion, which is this part right here, okay, at the top. Okay, so first we have to make some claws. So I'm going to take my white bands. I'm going to take one and I'm going to wrap it 5 times around my hook, so creating 5 loops with it. Then I'm going to double loop a white onto my hook and pull that on there. Okay, and reclaim the loop. We're going to add another double looped white on. Reclaim. And then we are going to take 3 white onto our hook, pull it on, and reclaim. This is going to be one of the white claws at the end of her wing ridges. She's going to need 5, okay, for each wing. You can start by just making 5 because we're only doing one wing right now. Okay. So make 5 of those. And now we are going to do the wing ridges. So I used 3 blues in this wing. I used the jelly navy and the ocean blue jelly and the regular ocean blue. Okay, I recommend that you use at least 2 different blues in the wing. Okay, you can use one blue to do the main part and then another blue to do like the top, part here, and then the ridges. Okay, otherwise it'll look kind of flat if you don't do it that way. Okay. Alright, so I'm taking the jelly navy and I am taking 2 at a time. Okay, now I'm going to take one of each of the ocean blue and the ocean blue jelly. Now 2 navies. And 2 navies here. Okay, then the lighter blues again, so the ocean blue and the ocean blue jelly. And again. And again here. And again here. Navy here. Navy here. Lighter blues here. Lighter blues here. And then 3 navy. Okay, now I'm going to take one of those 5 claws that I made, put the loops around my hook, and I'm going to wrap the loops right around this peg. We're going to double loop a navy here, and another here, another here, and another here. And now I'm going to double loop the regular ocean blue, and again here. Now we're going to loop it, or loom it. Okay, so dig down, grab the navy, and these, and these. Okay, there we go. Use your random color. I'm using white to tie off your ends. Okay, so this is going to be the tip of the wing. Okay, gorgeous. Okay, so now we're going to make the ridges, or the veins in the wing, which are these. Okay, so I recommend you use a darker blue, like the navy jelly, for this. This part is a bit of a pain, and your fingers will probably hurt after doing this. I'm going to take the first column and I'm going to move it up so it's offset with the second column. I'm going to take the color that I'm using for my veins, which is the navy blue jelly, and I'm going to double loop and create a zigzag all the way to the bottom. I want to do 32 double loop bands capped off. Okay, 32. And to cap off by wrapping around 4 times, making 4 loops around the peg. I'm going to loop the entire thing. So this is 25 bands, okay? This vein we want to make 32. Okay, so we're going to have to extend it. So this is 25. Okay, 25 right here on my hook. Let's do a couple more to make it 32. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, I'm going to attach these loops around here and just continue looping up. Tie off your end with a random color, doesn't matter. Alright, so this is one vein. Each wing has 8. There's 4 on each side, okay? This vein is for this part, okay? So what you have to do is you have to go back and make 3 more exactly like this that are 32 bands long, okay? Because that's this one, and then the 2 on the back. This one is 33. Okay, 33 long, same thing on the back. So you'll have to make 2 that are 33. And then this main one here, or this long one here, is 35. Same thing on the back. So you have one that's 32. You have to make 3 more, okay, that are exactly the same as this. You have to make 2 that are 33 long, and you have to make 2 that are 35 long, okay? I've already done mine. It's very easy. You just have to make those, okay? So your fingers will probably hurt at the end, but alright, so let's say you've made them all now, okay? So we have 8 total, okay? Make sure you keep them together in pairs with ones of the same length. So my other one with 32 is right here, so I'm going to keep them together, okay? And then keep your other pairs together, okay? Alright, now we have to make these ridges down here, okay? We make them separate and then we attach, okay? We are going to be attaching the veins to them. So first I'm going to change my loom back to rectangular, and now I'm going to make those ridges, okay? So I'm taking the ocean jelly and opaque ocean blue each time. One of each. Okay, now I'm going to take 2 of the jelly and 1 of the opaque. Okay, so 2 ocean jelly, 1 ocean blue, right there. Take an ocean blue, double loop it, bring it across like that. Take another one, double loop it, bring it across. Take 1 of each, bring it across like that. 1 of each again, bring it across like that. Now you're going to take one of your pairs of your veins. Okay, doesn't matter which one. Okay, because these are all going to be exactly the same. Okay, so I grabbed 2 of my 32 length ones. You're going to go through the loops of the capping band of one of them, okay? Go through the loops, not the loops where it's tied off, the loops of the capping band. Go around the loops and wrap it around this peg here. Okay? Now you're going to take one of your white claws, and you are going to lay the loops right on top of that. Okay, all the loops of the claw, okay? And then you're going to grab your other one, your other vein, the one that's exactly the same length as the one you already put on. Go through the capping band again and lay it on top. So you have a thick set of bands there. Now you have to dig all the way down and find the 3 blue bands at the bottom to loop up. Okay, loop them up. Okay, then grab these, up, loop up, these, up, up here, here, here. Okay, tie off your 4 ends at the top here. Okay, we're going to pull this off carefully. We don't want to break any bands. Okay, so it looks like this, okay? What you're going to do now is you're going to go back and you're going to repeat, and you're going to attach all the other pairs, okay? Make sure you attach the 32 length with the 32 length, the 34, the 33 length with the 33 length, and the 35 length with the 35 length, okay? Make sure they're all paired up with the same length thing, okay? Alright, so all the ridges are exactly the same, okay? It's very easy. So do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Don't worry, we can always count the bands later if you get them mixed up when we put it together. Okay, so you've done that. And now we are going to be working on the main wing. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting on the lower half, the lower part of the wing, and then we're going to do the upper part, okay? Just so you know, so you're not wondering if your design looks messed up. Okay, so we are taking an ocean blue jelly and ocean blue opaque each time, going down 11 times. We are doing this, the main part of the wing, in eight pieces, okay? So it's going to take a little while. Okay. Okay, so we have this. Now, I'm going to take same thing, so ocean blue jelly and ocean blue opaque each time. I'm going to be laying them on the edge on this side. And this is what we're going to use to connect this half of the wing to the upper half when we do the upper half. Okay, so we're just going to lay them, not on this one, I'm sorry, like this. On this one, we are going to take a single opaque ocean blue, and we are just going to wrap it twice around, okay, like that. That's going to be a double looped band on the next part. Alright, and now we're taking 2 bands at a time, same thing, ocean blue jelly and ocean blue, and doing our horizontals here. I'm going to double loop an opaque blue here, and another one here. Make sure these loose bands stay on the pegs, don't let them fall off. Any double looped blue bands I do during the wing are the opaque ocean blue, okay? Just so you know. Double looped here. And again here. Double looped. Double looped again. And one more. Double looped here. Okay. Just like that. Now we're going to take, you know how we made the 4 of these earlier? We're going to take one of the ones with 32. Oh wait, no. Just kidding. 35. The longest one. So I have to count mine because mine are all mixed up, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. This is the one with 33. Okay, I'm going to need that one, so I'm going to put that one here. This one looks good. Yeah, okay. So once you've found the one with 35, the longest one, okay, we're going to ignore the veins, and we're just going to be attaching the loose ends here. Okay, so we're going to go through the loops on one end, okay, not the white man loops, the actual loops that it's tying off. I'm going to wrap it around this bottom peg here. Then we're going to go through the next set of loops. Next one in line, wrapping it around this peg. Okay, so this peg, that peg, the next one's going to go around this peg. Okay, so let's go through the next set. And then the final set. Oops, make sure you go through all the loops. Sometimes I miss one. Okay. So it's wrapped around this peg, this peg, this peg, and that peg. Okay, that's the one with the 35. Now we're going to take the one with the 33 and we're going to attach it to these 4 pegs. Okay. Okay, just like that. So the veins are kind of just hanging off. That's how it is. Okay? Now we're going to loop this. So, I'm going to start down here, and I have to grab the 2 diagonals. This is a little tricky, this part. Okay, so don't be discouraged. It's a little hard. Once you've looped it, you want to actually keep the bands over the peg, okay? Don't let them come up. Okay, because we have to go back down and we have to loop up these. Okay, I'm going to go all the way up this column, the one with the loose bands hanging off. Okay, like that. Now in here we have to find these 2 first before we can go up the column. So I messed this one up on the other wing. Hopefully I can get it right on this one. So you loop those 2 over, and then you want to dig down and you want to loop up these. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way up this column. Now I have to do the 2 diagonals from in here. Okay, so again I might have to put my loom sideways so I can see. Okay, then you want to loop up these. Okay, we're going to loop up once here, and then we want to do the diagonals, and then we're going to finish going up this. Diagonals here, finish going up here. Alright, so they're all looped. Now I'm going to take my bands to tie off these 6 ends. Yay. Okay. It looks very weird. Yes, it does. Okay. We're going to take off the tying bands here. Okay. Sometimes you might miss a band when you loom. It's not a big deal because there is a second one there to protect you from the whole thing coming apart, so that's always good. Oh well, okay. Okay, and then we want to take off the bands around this ridge. Don't take off the one at the edge, okay? Just the ones around the ridge. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like that. And then we can pull these bands to the outside if we want to. Okay. This one looks weird. I don't know why that's there. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay. Great. So I have this part 1 of 8. Okay. It looks very strange. Okay, let's do part 2. So again, I'm just doing one of each band of the 2 lighter blues, okay? Okay, last row is not straight down, so make sure you're paying attention to what I'm doing in the last row. Okay. So we're going to put on the same thing that we did before, 2 loose bands along the edges. Oops. Okay, just like that. Okay, now let's do our regular horizontals. Okay. Double loop single, opaque. Double loop, opaque. And again, here. Double looped, double looped. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We don't need a double double looped there. Okay, now we're going to take one of our final of the 2 wing things. With these are both the same size, same length, so it doesn't matter which one you take here. We're going to attach one to these 4 pegs in the middle here. Okay. Like that. And now we're going to take the other part of our wing that we made, and we're going to be attaching the 6 loose ends to these 6 pegs, okay? Make sure your wing is facing, so the loose bands are on the same side as these loose bands, okay? Make sure you're not attaching it this way, okay? Very important. 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, hold on. I totally forgot one of the bands here. Take off these horizontals because we gotta put 2 right here. And then replace those horizontals. Okay, so I just added 2 bands here underneath the horizontal band there. Sorry about that. I got really scared there for a second. Okay, so I attached the loose ends. Okay, loose bands are on the same side as these. And now I can loop. Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight up this column. Straight up this one. Straight up the third. Okay, we want to do this one first. So this diagonal, these, loop up this one, do this one first. Let's go all the way up this. And this here. Okay, now we can go all the way up this final column here. Okay, so I looped everything, so now I'm going to tie off my six ends again. Okay, and I'm going to peel this off. And then we can take off the tying bands in the center. And also the ones around this ridge. Okay, so now it looks like this. Okay? Alright, we're going to do part 3 now. Taking 2 bands at a time again. Okay, we're going to go all the way down the second column. Okay, now we're going to go on the 6th peg here, we'll put diagonally that way, okay? So 6th peg, going down. Okay, just like that. Alright, now we're going to take our loose edge bands again here. I want to push these down so they'll not fall off. Just like that, okay. Taking my opaque bands, double looping them between these 2 columns. Okay. Now just taking one of each. Double looped. Anytime I put a band in between 2 pegs like that, chances are it's going to be double looped if it's a horizontal band. Okay, in case I don't say. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to take the final ridge thing with the vein, and I'm going to attach it to these 4 pegs. Okay. Now you're going to take your wing, okay, and we are attaching the 5 loose ends to these 5 pegs. Make sure your loose bands are all on the same side as these. Okay, so don't attach it backwards. Okay, great. I'm going to start with this one. Okay, on this side, up, let's do the diagonal. Alright, let's go up this column. And do the diagonal. Okay, now we only have to tie off these 2 ends. Okay, so now it looks like this. Take off all the tying bands except for these 2, okay? And pull all the horizontals toward the side. Okay, part 3 of 8 is done. Let's do part 4. Okay. 2 bands at a time as usual. I'm going to go down 5 times here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go diagonally. Then we're going to go down 4 times. Now we're going to go down 2 times. Now we're going to go down 1 time. Okay. Now again, put our loose bands on the edges. Okay, taking my opaque blue, I can do my double looped horizontals here. Double looped here. Double looped here. And here. Here. Oh wait, no, what am I? No, take this off. Haha. Because this one we can just do like this and like this. Double looped here, okay? Just like that. Great. Now take your wing, and you're going to attach the 2 loose ends to these 2 pegs. Like that. Loop up this column. Yay! And then we can tie off these 6 ends. Alright, and then we can just take off these 2 here. Okay. Pull your bands to the center. Okay, so this is the bottom half of the wing. Okay, so we will be working on the top half and then attaching the veins, okay, in the next video. Okay, so you might as well go back and redo this video and do your second half of the second wing, okay? So you have 2 bottom halves. Otherwise, you can just do that after you completely finish one wing. That's up to you. Alright, so I will see you in part 3.